Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the campus of Dracut High School here in Dracut, Massachusetts for girls high school basketball action. Jason Roby here, along with Steve Cody, the highlight guy. I am joined by the Bishop Guertin girls head coach, Brad Craig. And Coach, coming off a very impressive win against Pinkerton Academy. I want to talk about that game just a bit before we dive into this one. I'm sure you've had a chance to watch the film. Had to be pretty pleased with the effort of the girls and the things that you saw from that game.
Yeah, we did a lot of good things in that game, and as we talked about in the pregame, it started for us at the defensive end of the floor, so we were able to make things pretty hard for them, and got a bunch of stops early and hit some shots early, so we were able to get a little separation and played from there.
Had to be impressed with your three-point shooting, as certainly that was not a staple in the early going of the season here, but I believe it was 9 or 10 triples that you guys hit. I believe it was 8 by halftime. Were you surprised by that, or was that something that you knew you had all along?
Yeah, look, I think we got some kids that can shoot the ball. So it was a little bit of an anomaly that we had only made a handful, through our first 3 or 4 games. Probably a little bit of an anomaly on the other side of the fences. I don't think we're gonna hit 9 or 10 a game necessarily, but somewhere in between is probably the right place for us. But we got rolling a little bit early and got a little bit momentum, and we got some kids who are streaky. So when they start to see the ball go in the basket, usually bodes pretty well, and we just made shots in the first half in particular.
As we head into tonight's game against this Dracut High School team, certainly an Elite 8 team in Division II in Massachusetts, and I had the opportunity to cover them all the way through their state tournament, losing to eventual champion Oliver Ames High School. You had a game here last year, a game that went down to the buzzer with a chance to win it at the buzzer and came up just a little bit short. What's the message that you have for your team tonight? Do you talk about that last game against this Dracut team a year ago on this floor, or is it moving forward?
A little bit of both. I mean, we focused on their team this year.
Right.
They got a little bit different personnel than they had last year. But we certainly, the kids remember, that's the last game we lost.
Right.
So, we got going a little bit after that difficult loss last year, and it's the last time someone beat us, and we lost 3 games last year. One of them was to Pinkerton, and we felt like we took care of that a little bit regular season wise last week, and now's a chance to get back at another team that beat us last year, and that was a little disappointing for us, and the girls remember that. So.
This is a Dracut team, and certainly we had a chance to watch them a little bit in the holiday tournament and a few games last year. A very gritty, kind of gutsy, get down and play hard type of team, a scrappy group, if you will. When your girls look at this particular team, do they kind of liken them to anybody else that they play in the state of New Hampshire, or is this a different type of game for them crossing the border?
It's a great question. Actually, I'm not sure there's a team in New Hampshire that looks and plays quite like them.
Right.
Which is, again, I think it's a great thing for our kids to experience a little bit of that. You put your finger right on it. They play really hard.
They do.
They got some athletes. They'll get up into you and they'll compete, and they will not make anything easy for you. So. It's going to be really good for me and our kids, actually, just to kind of see how we react to that kind of ongoing resistance and toughness and grit and competitiveness, and, see if we can play through that and match that and, get out of here with a win.
I've taken a look at your scoring line throughout the course of 4 games. I didn't count the Christmas tournament game, but you have a lot of girls in 10, 11, 12, 14 points, somewhere in that neighborhood, 5 or 6 girls that are averaging double figures. Yeah. They seem to share the basketball really well, and the knock on this Dracut team about a week ago was, look, they didn't have any secondary scoring, and it seems like Ashley Talbot, who just notched her 1,000th point a couple of nights ago, covered it here on the highlight guy with Steve Cody and John Collins. This is a team that is starting to come into their own a little bit in terms of scoring on the defensive side of things. Where do you start and end with that?
Well, it certainly starts and ends with her. Look, they got some other kids that can really score. I was over here the other night watching them play, and they had a couple of kids that knocked down a bunch of threes. But look, Ashley's a talented enough kid that sometimes she can be your primary and your secondary scorer.
Yeah,
and,
no doubt, no doubt.
So look, they're just very good.
Yeah.
They're just very good. It's just one of those 8 or 10 games that we really look forward to every year that we're going to get tested like crazy, and it'll be good for us.
This is one that I've had marked on my calendar. I know you have too, Coach. Best of luck tonight. He is Brad Craig, head coach of the Bishop Guertin Cardinals. We're just about a minute away from what should be an outstanding basketball game between two very, very talented teams. We're going to take it down to the floor, and we're going to meet the starting lineups, do the national anthem, and we'll get ready to rock and roll here. As Coach Brad Craig mentioned, Ashley Talbot. Things begin and end with her, 1,000-point scorer. She is exciting. I had an opportunity to watch her several games last year, and the one that rings out in my mind is the Elite Eight game where they lost to Oliver Ames, but Talbot had 39 points. And we'll talk about more about her as the game goes along. Brooke Paquette here getting the start for BG. Paquette and Murray, the backcourt mates for the Cardinals. Megan Stack coming off of that ACL injury. Does just a little bit of everything. Another floor general at the forward center position. Hannah Lynch, a young lady who has come into her own this year, done a tremendous job. Missed the first couple of games, but she is playing lights out. And rounding out the starting five for Bishop Guertin is number 30, Caitlin Wheeler. She's a 5'10 senior forward. Al-Assad, who is running some of the point now for Coach Peter Witz. Doing a nice job there, and a defensive stalwart. Number 13 is a captain, senior guard, Mackenzie Murphy. And she is a fire plug, no doubt about it. Number 10, Brody Gannon, as we mentioned, coming off of injury. She is one of those secondary scorers along with Al-Assad. And as you just heard, number 5, Ashley Talbot. And Emma Felker, she has a 20-point game to her credit as well in the first game of that Christmas tournament. So a very impressive effort by Felker. They can score, they can run. We'll take this time out for the national anthem. We'll be right back after this. All right, this should be a good one. Steve Cody on the bassoon right there. A lot of people don't know that. Steve took a quick step out to get his instrument going there. We're just about ready to get this thing underway. Pitbull's going to bring us onto the floor. But listen, this is a Dracut team that enters tonight's game at 4-2. The 2 losses came to South High School of Worcester. That was an unbelievable team from Worcester, and we'll be hearing about them, I'm sure, as the year progresses. And the only other loss was to Andover High School, the number 1 team in the state now here in Massachusetts. And that is a game that saw 20 points put on the board by Al-Assad. So secondary scoring was an issue coming into this season, and it seems like the Lady Middies have solved that puzzle as we are just about ready to go. Referee Bouncing the ball over to Paquette. She gives it the thumbs up. Thought maybe she'd take it to the hole, an uncontested layup, but 3 officials here in the state of Massachusetts. 8 minutes on the clock. 32-minute ball game unless we get extra basketball. And a 35-second shot clock being instituted here in the state of Massachusetts. Okay, reset the 8 minutes. And the tip is won by the Lady Middies. And this is Talbot. Lynch marking her up. Talbot drives and gets met, but gets her own rebound. Off of a block shot, she'll step behind. And nothing there. Rebound. And already we are on the floor. We are rocking and rolling here at Dracut High School. Lynch, kick out to Murray. Murray, dribble drive, elbow, loses the handle. Stolen there by Murphy, and she'll run the point. Gets it over to Al-Assad. Al-Assad now working against Paquette. Paquette all up in her pockets. Thrown up by Al-Assad, no, rebound stack, and she'll run. Finds Lynch, leads her with the soccer pass. Lynch goes baseline, kick out, stolen. Back the other way comes Dracut. Brody Gannon now, cross-court pass. She thought about it. Finds the open Felker, and air ball there. Back the other way comes Paquette. And was baited into throwing that pass as slowing down just a bit was Talbot, and then jumping in the passing lane. Talbot now over to Al-Assad. Al-Assad just outside the elbow and knocks it down for a quick 2-0 lead for the Lady Middies. But back the other way come the Cardinals. Wheeler with the uncontested deuce. Lady Middies now will set up in their half court. Al-Assad working against Paquette. Hands it off to Talbot. Spin move, double team. She splits the double. Kick out. Yahtzee. Mackenzie Murphy knocking down the night's first triple. She shot that one from about the low high. Lynch, kick out. And that's Stack's first three-pointer of the year. And she knocks it down for a Yahtzee. Lots of board games here to be played tonight, I think, Steve Cody. All alone underneath is number 13, Mackenzie Murphy. She's got 5, and Coach Craik will talk it over as he doesn't like those uncontesteds down at the other end. The Middies enjoying a 7-5 lead. 5:55 to go here. First quarter action from the campus of Dracut High School here in Dracut, Massachusetts. As we mentioned, this is a Dracut team that was an Elite 8 finalist in Division II, the MVC2 champions from a year ago. We talked about Ashley Talbot and how she dropped 39 in that one. Not to be outdone, Bishop Guertin won the Division I state championship in the state of New Hampshire, and dropping 32 in that title game was Brooke Paquette. Although, by the way, those two young ladies, they're like the best of friends. They've been playing basketball since they were in the 4th grade together, either on travel teams, AAU teams, or here against one another. So hopefully we'll get a chance to talk to those two young ladies at the conclusion of this one. It's going to be Bishop Guertin ball. Someone has to take it out. And it appears here that Dracut is going to pick up in the half court. So trying to keep fresher legs. Coach Peter Witz told me that the key to this game is not giving up easy ones in transition defense, as going to the basket hard. It looked like Megan Stack, and she's trying to take matters into her own hands. May have had a baseline pass open. Back the other way comes Talbot, has her pocket picked by Lynch. 3-on-1 going the other way, up and not in. So Wheeler had a good look at it, was contested. Ball will go out of bounds off a Cardinal wing, and the Lady Middies will get possession. Guertin now extending the full court pressure. Here comes Al-Assad. And again, this kind of pressure defense bodes well if you can get deep into that 35-second shot clock. And Lynch, just a defensive wizard here in the early going. Talbot, spin move. She'll hesitate, kick out, open jumper, in and out. It was a good look for Murphy. She couldn't get it to go. Here comes Paquette. Kicks it out to Wheeler. No, it was a good look for Wheeler. Up and in, no foul call. Murray had a good look at it with the left. She couldn't get it to go. Still 7-5 for the last minute plus. Talbot with the delay, the runner, no. Stack, and the Cards will run, and it's Murray. And she is hacked in the act, slides on the baseline. That one going to go against Brody Gannon. We didn't get to see Brody during the Christmas tournament, but she has come in and supplied some secondary scoring. She's averaging 13 a game. Meanwhile, not to be outdone, Murray, who's averaging 14 a game. Olivia hits the first. We'll have our first substitutes of the evening as Daly will check in for the Cardinals and Alcazar will check in for the Lady Middies. Daly, a fast-paced guard, and Alcazar providing a little extra length for the Lady Middies. And it looks like we have a necklace issue. So there we go. No jewelry allowed here. Murray will get her second free throw. Back iron, no. Stack on the rebound. Underneath, the Daly goes up and she gets fouled. So a great distributor of the basketball is Megan Stack, and she was able to find Daly underneath. And she'll head to the line for two as Alcazar picks up her first personal. 2 fouls thus far on the Lady Middies, none for the Cardinals. Daly back iron on the first. Looks like we're not going to tie that record set by the Miami Heat last night. They were 40 for 40 from the free throw line. That's crazy. Daly 1 out of 2 there. She's 50%. And here comes the pressure. Al-Assad now dribbling with the left. And she's going to get pushed by number 1, Brooke Paquette. That's her first personal. Both of these teams play at a fast, frenetic pace. Went down to the wire a year ago. And if this game is anything like that one, you are in for a treat. Felker missed the three-point bomb. Back the other way came Paquette, found Daly, no. Rebound taken by the Lady Middies. That was Gannon and got it back to Talbot. Talbot behind the back, between the legs, working on Daly. The hesitation, dribble drive, kick back out. 4 minutes to go here, first quarter of action. And up and in on the delayed crossover Euro step. I don't even know what you call that. And so what happened there, it called a timeout on for Green. Coach Craig was afraid they called a 5-second violation. They did not, but it was close. So Talbot is in the books as Brooke Muller gets ready to check in for the Cardinals. But that is the most simplest of plays. You got to have someone to take the ball out and someone to receive it. So I'm not sure how things work here in the state of Massachusetts. I think you get 75 timeouts a half in Massachusetts, Steve, so I don't think it'll be an issue, but you never know. Got to apologize to Michaela and Maddie Bowen last week. At Pinkerton, Steve, I created a Super Bowen is what I did. I had them being the same person. Working the camera, doing the interview, playing baseball, softball at Eastern Connecticut. My goodness, I apologize to the Bowens. I created a Super Bowen. I caught my error on the way home. Paquette kicks the ball out into the corner. Nice bounce pass on the block. Back to Daly. Cards look to reverse it. Instead, they get it to Stack. And a nice job. Double team down underneath. What a pass! And Yahtzee. That will get a Yahtzee call. You bet it will. As Stack finishes. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you're looking to put a video together on how to pass the ball, That sequence right there would be a great example of it, as Stack will get an opportunity to complete the three-point play. And does so. We are locked up at 9 here. Full court pressure continues. And splitting that double team, but getting the steal is Daly. She's on the floor. And going up strong was Paquette. They're going to give the foul to Felker. That'll be her first personal. And if you talk to Coach Peter Witz, Bishop Guertin is doing exactly what Dracut had hoped to do. Get those fouls, get those free throws, and instead it's the Cardinals who are making it happen in the first quarter. But unable to knock it down, Cardinals have missed 3 free throws here in the early going of this one. Paquette 1 out of 2. Ball inbounded to Talbot, and she'll run, using her body to ward off defenders. A nice pass there, and that is going to be a foul on number 33, Brooke Muller, her first personal. If she had just kept her arms up, it probably wouldn't have been called, but the referee indicated she bent at her wrists and kind of went down at it. And as a result, Gannon will head to the line, the senior captain. Knocks down the first. Wheeler will check in. Lynch is in. Stack and Murray to the bench. Knocking down the second. Gannon 2 for 2 on that trip. 3:07 to go here. Nice kick out pass, good look. Brooke, oh, what passing! Textbook! Wow, that was just pretty. 13-11, Guertin advantage here. Ball stolen by Paquette, working against her friend, and just kind of threw that one up, but up and in on the follow-through. And a great job there. I believe that was Daly. Foul will go against number 24, Lamis Al-Assad. That's her first personal. Daly will head to the line. Chance for the three-point play here. And she knocks it down. 16-11 Cardinals, their largest lead of the evening thus far. Long way to go here, though. Al-Assad now working against Paquette. Coach Witch has mentioned that she has become a very, very good ball handler, does a lot of the ball handling duties, and what a pass! A dribble penetrate, was able to find the peeling Alcazar for the bucket. Tall Brooke gets it to go on the other end. I don't know what you got going on a Wednesday night at 7:15, but if you can hear my voice, you should jump in your car, head over to Dracut High School for this one. The runner in the lane, no. Rebound goes to the Cardinals. Wheeler directing traffic. Kick out. Lynch, left-hand dribble into the paint. Takes it up and in, no. Follows her own shot, kick out, and that one is airmailed. Saved by Paquette, but it went into Talbot's hands. Nice job finding the trailer. Couldn't get it to go, but a follow-up and cleaned up by number 35, Felker. 18-15 now. Euro step, no. Alcazar got it out to Al-Assad. Felker, back out. Jump shot, triple, side iron, no for Gannon. Ball will head out of bounds. Cardinal ball. Checking in is Murray and Stack. On the other side of things is Kumis. She will get her first look. So some valuable minutes there for Alcazar. She came in and provided some length for this Lady Midi team. 1:18 to go here, 18-15 Cardinals. Murray drives the paint, initiates contact, no whistle. Al-Assad will run the other way. Kick back, nobody on her. And that one was shot from the dollar discount down the street. That one was a far cry. She probably could have taken a couple of more dribbles in and had the same look. Cards now in the half court. Lynch flashing through. Nice kick out there. Stack, no. And good box out there by the Lady Middies. That was Felker, I believe. And Kumis. Al-Assad now working against Murray. 23 seconds on the shot clock, 34 on the game clock. She thought about it, but she did not take it. The 1,000-point score behind the back. Throws one up and no good. Saved, but out of bounds. I think it's going to go off of the Cardinals. So Felker will come to the bench as Murphy checks back in for the Lady Middies. 18-15, 21.8 seconds to go in the quarter. 7 on the shot clock. And they're going to reset. They're going to turn the shot clock off. So they will have the duration of this quarter to get off a shot. Talbot. Oh, hesitation, no. And Lynch is all over her like a cheap suit. Fired from the baseline, no. Another offensive rebound for the Lady Middies and another second chance opportunities. Yahtzee. Brody Gannon from the outside. 18-18 at the buzzer, no. I'm exhausted. Get me the oxygen tank, get me some water. I need some Gatorade, some salt pills, something. This is fantastic back and forth action by these two teams. 18-18 tie in the first quarter as we head to quarter number 2. Want to say hello to Marie, who's watching in Florida. Rumor has it she's vying to be our #1 fan tonight, so hello to the Sunshine State. Also Colleen in Cornwall. I think we're going to have some T-shirts made, Steve. It was decided that Colleen from Cornwall T-shirts, we'd be wearing those to games. I'm not sure where we are in that process, but I have planted the seed. Everyone needs a Colleen from Cornwall T-shirt. So Coach Witt's keys for victory here tonight was to get back on the transition defense and not allow Guertin those easy buckets at the other end on the fast break. They've had some success with that. The second point of emphasis was rebounding and only allowing Guertin one shot. That at times has been true, but more so they've been really good on the offensive boards and attack the rim and get to the line. Well, we've seen Bishop Guertin do that, and they're going to jump on her, and they force the double team, and what that does is open people up on the perimeter. Lynch, kick out, Stack, Yahtzee. And great recognition there by the Cardinals. Felt the double team, had the numbers, made it happen. Good distribution, good recognition by BG. Talbot now looking for an on-ball screen. Here it comes from Felker. The switch will occur, double team. Nice jumper there at the foul line, and Felker will head to the line. So that was a design play all the way. Felker had a good look at it. And that's going to be the second personal on Brooke Paquette. So she has 2. Felker to the line. Air ball on the first. She'll get a second. I'll have to watch this rebound here if one is available. Felker, no, and Stack cleans up the boards. Little Windex there for her. Lynch back to Stack in the trail position. Stack's ball is deflected by Felker. Felker in the trail position has Al-Assad. Mid-range jumper, no. Ball goes off of the Lady Middies. Or no, they're going to say it went off of the Cardinals. So the influence was seen there. Lady Middies trying to inbound the ball. They come over the top and work it back to Talbot. Talbot over in the corner to Gannon. One dribble back to Talbot. She's not shy. She'll fire from just about anywhere. She'll bring it back out, guarded closely by Lynch. Pull-up jumper just inside the – oh, and that's going to go against Al-Assad, and she knew it as Paquette had pretty good positioning there on that rebound, and that's Al-Assad's second personal. So both of these aggressive point guards have to be careful, and it looks like Coach Witt's going to go to the bench. It's going to be Kara Cook's first action here tonight as Al-Assad will head to the bench. 6:56 to go, first half action. You are watching The Highlight Guy with Steve Cody on the moving pictures. Wheeler, Yahtzee! She knocks down a three. That's the Cardinals' second three-point shot of the evening here. Of course, we all remember what happened at Pinkerton in the first half. They knocked down 8 triples. Back iron, no. It was a good look by Murphy. She couldn't get it to go. The Cards will run. They don't have the numbers. And we're going to get a player-controlled offensive foul on Murray. Would have been wise maybe to pull back and kick it out to 3. But hindsight's a wonderful thing from up here in the bleachers. Undefeated from up here, Steve. Never missed a shot. Here comes Talbot now, left side. She thought about it, delayed dribble, kick out. Oh, nice ball fake there and a pull-up jumper. Pretty play by Brody Gannon. And Gannon has really sparked this team coming back from her injury. Stack drives the lane, Euro step, and gets the roll. Friendly rims here. Talbot now. Lady Middies will work the ball. Wheeler being aggressive out on the perimeter. Lynch steals it. Pretty bounce pass, lead pass, and she just couldn't get to it. It was the right idea. As getting ready to check in is Kate Daly for the Cardinals, and it looks like we're going to have Corinne Kumas come back in for the Dracut Lady Middies, but we have a timeout called here with 5:32 to go in the first half of this one. Bishop Guertin 25, Dracut 20. When you look at this Bishop Guertin team, you see that there's 6 players in double figures throughout the course of the first 4 games. That is a very, very impressive thing when a lot of these ladies are anywhere from 10 to 15 points. A lot of unselfishness by this Bishop Guertin Cardinal team. They are seasoned veterans who know how to play in the tight ones and play with poise, and certainly not to be outdone. This Dracut team that went all the way to the Elite 8 a year ago in Division II. It was a fun run, and I really enjoyed covering this team. Talbot over half court, guarded closely by Daly. It's a pick on ball. She doesn't use it. Another double team. Talbot walks through the doubles and has an open look at a 3. Cards will run. And that is a great job by Caitlin Wheeler as Talbot forced to foul her. And that's going to be Talbot's first personal, I believe. It's her second, excuse me. An assistant coach, Talbot, her dad, not real pleased with that. Missing the first of 2 is Wheeler. She'll get a second opportunity. That's 7 team fouls on the Middies, so BG will be in the 1-on-1 bonus at the very least from this point forward. 1 out of 2 for the senior forward. Talbot behind the back, working on Daly. And it seems like in this one, they're trying to keep fresh legs on Talbot as much as possible. There have been as many as 3 different Cardinals trying to match up with Talbot. Double team and a nice feed there. Backdoor cut. Leather souffle. Get out of my kitchen. You are not welcome here. Ball goes out of bounds on that block shot. Murphy trying to inbound the ball. Got it into Cook. Cook now, left-hand dribble to Talbot. Talbot marked up again by Daly. Pick on ball, switch, and that one's going to go off of Talbot's foot, off her leg. 26-20, Cardinal advantage. 4:37 to go here, first half of this one. This is everything we thought it would be and more. And that ball thrown away. A little miscommunication there. They were reading the same book, but not on the same page. Turnover, ball will go to Dracut. Got a lot of corny ones like that, Steve. Kicked around the perimeter. This is Talbot. Got it over in the corner. And stepping into that passing lane was Wheeler, and she's everywhere in the early going of this one. Daly up and under, no. Rebound, Kumis. Kicks it back out to Murphy. Crossover, step back. Talbot now. Spin move. Back to Murphy. That pass was a little off center, so she couldn't really get in triple threat. Limited what she could do with the rock. Talbot, a double pick. Murphy, corner, no, back iron. That ball saved by Guertin, goes into the bench. Good hustle play there. Got to be careful saving the ball underneath your own basket. And Witz will send in 3 Lady Middies, the final 3:39 of the half here. So Coach Witz trying to keep fresh legs in and out of this game. Got to get the ball in. It comes to Al-Assad. Paquette's wings get in the way, and she'll run. 1-on-1, goes up and can't finish. Followed there by Tallbrook. She couldn't get it to go. Ball on the floor, goes off of some feet, kicked around, and it'll be Lady Middie ball. Al-Assad now. She'll be picked up just over half court by Paquette. Lady Middies double pick away from the ball to get Talbot set up. That's something Coach Witz has loved about getting Al-Assad to run the point. Set up more plays for Talbot away from the ball. And she calmly knocks down the jumper. Lynch, pull-up jumper, no. Front of the rim, rebound goes to Dracut. So there's that one and done that Coach Witz talked about. Talbot, step back, fires, no. Rebound, did it go off of Tallbrook? We'll see what they say. They're going to give it to Dracut. Must have grazed Muller's hand. And Coach Craig getting the word that it was in fact tipped by the Cardinals. Oh, and Al-Assad hits the deck. Talbot will set things back up, working against Lynch. She has that dribble hand down. Talbot front iron, no. Rebound goes to Tallbrook, and the Cards will run. This is Murray. Pull-up jumper, no. One and done again for the Cardinals. Lady Middie ball. 2:25 to go in the first half of this one. Checking back in for the Lady Middies is Alcazar, and she will give Kumis a break. So nice job by Kumis. Al-Assad, handoff. .20 seconds on the shot clock. This is the slowest the game has been here. Backdoor cut and a pretty move. Gannon able to find all alone on the back post Alcazar, and she knocks home the layup. So good recognition there by the Lady Middies. Oh, shot fake, kick out. It was run down. Murray having trouble with the handle. Cards will set it back up. Wheeler's not shy. Yahtzee! 28-24, 4-point Cardinal advantage. Al-Assad is double teamed, and It looks like we're going to get Al-Assad on the foul as they were both going for the ball. Al-Assad hits the deck. Wheeler will head to the line. So that is, I believe, Al-Assad's third personal. Got to be careful there. Looks like Coach Witz will send Cook in for her. So it is a 1-and-1 opportunity. Wheeler, who seems like she has really fresh legs tonight, as she is just going back and forth on this court, offensively, defensively, like a track meet out here. Only thing she's missing is the relay baton. Wheeler, back iron, no. And that foul is going to go against Katie Daly. That's going to be her first personal. Still just the team's fifth foul, so no 1-and-1 here. It'd be miraculous if this Bishop Guertin team could get to the half before 7 personal fouls. Oh, put the brakes on there. A la Maverick, they'll fly right by. Gannon loses the dribble, looking for the backdoor cut, no. Able to find Felker. Felker loses her dribble, and the ball bounces around, gathered there. Seems like nobody wants it. Hot potato from both teams, and knocked down by Gannon. She's got 9. Murray, penetrate, no. Split that double team, ran by, had a good look at it, couldn't knock it down. Gannon will set things back up. Find Talbot, Euro step, backdoor, pretty pass, and yes for Alcazar. We're locked up at 28 with 27 seconds to go. Daly goes up, and she gets hacked in the act. And that one's going to go against Alcazar. That's her second personal. These two heavyweight teams going back and forth. It's like a Rocky movie. Without, of course, the corny lines. I'm providing those. Daly, friendly rim, knocks down the first. She'll go for her second. Could not get the friendly touch on the second one. 29-28, 20 seconds to go here. Talbot gets help. Oh, and she went baseline, and Talbot now comes up limping a little bit as it looked like she ran into Muller's knee potentially with a little Charlie horse there. So, and checking back in is Lynch as Talbot continues to try to walk this one off. One of those situations where you don't probably want her to sit. You want her to keep moving around a little bit so it doesn't stiffen up on you. We'll keep an eye on that. Gannon inbound to Felker. Felker trying to get it on the low post, and just the length of Stack providing all kinds of problems. 5 seconds left. Euro step, no. Rebound goes to Dracut. Talbot will get a chance. Buzzer goes, and no good. We're going to head to the half here from Dracut High School. Your score, Bishop Guertin 29 and Dracut High 28. You are watching The Highlight Guy with Steve Cody on the Moving Pictures. My name is Jason Roby, and this is a roller coaster. What a fantastic game between these two teams. Bishop Guertin coming in 4-0 on the season. Dracut High at 4-2. Their only 2 losses coming at the hands of South High School of Worcester, Massachusetts in their holiday tournament here, and to number 1 ranked team Andover. Seems like they're on a revenge tour as they were able to head over to Pinkerton and take care of a regular season loss from a year ago with a 3-point barrage. But at this point, the Lady Middies will not go quietly into that night. They are going to keep battling, and we are in for a treat here. The last time we saw a 1-point difference in this gym, Dracut was down by a point, I believe, at the half. They could have been leading by a point. It was a 1-point differential either way. And then South High School ends up winning by 20. But this is a different Dracut High School team. And as you heard Coach Creek say at the beginning of this one, there's no team in the state of New Hampshire quite like this Lady Middie team. We're going to take it to halftime now. I'm going to get some lozenges, maybe a glass of water, and a quick 5-minute power nap. We'll be back in about 8 minutes for second half action. Get yourself some popcorn, get yourself a drink, get back to that seat if you're watching on the highlight guy, or if you're close, loci type distance, get in your vehicle, drive on over here. It's a good one. We'll be right back for second half action. Are you looking to play sports in college? If yes, then let the Highlight Guy help you get noticed and recruited. We create highlight videos, film sporting events, and live streams, all with the goal of helping athletes get noticed by college coaches. With the Highlight Guy, you are the star. Let us help you. Go to thehighlightguy.com or email steve@thehighlightguy.com to get started. Well, speaking of getting started, we are ready to fire things up here for second half action from the campus of Dracut High School. It is the visiting Bishop Guertin Cardinals, the defending Division I state champions, with a 1-point advantage over last year's Elite 8 MVC2 champions, Dracut Lady Middies. Jason Roby here calling the play-by-play and color for you. The Highlight Guy, Steve Cody, is on the moving pictures, and we are about ready to get this thing going. And if the second half is anything like the first, buckle your seatbelts, lock your doors. This should be a good one. And Marie from Florida, the BG alum who was on the first state championship team for Coach Craik, she predicts a W for the Cardinals. She predicts a Kate Daly will play a major role in the second half, so we'll have to watch and see what happens. Talbot now. Seems like that Charlie horse is a thing of the past as she works against Lynch. Spin move, draws the attention of 3 Cardinals. That opens Felker up on the wing. Paquette will get the board and run. Crossover, no. Was bothered there by Talbot. Was followed by Wheeler, but she couldn't get it to go. A lot of action around the basket, not much to show for it, as back the other way come the Lady Middies. This is Talbot being forced to her left, around the back, had Paquette on roller skates for a second there. Felker for 3. And she's got 5. Stack now, over to Wheeler. Wheeler back to Stack. Paquette, 20 seconds here on the shot clock. Bounce pass to the low block, kick out, Wheeler. Yeah, no, air ball, look good from here. Felker gobbles up the rebound. Lady Middies with a 2-point advantage here in the early going of the third quarter. Very deliberate now in their offensive set. Talbot running the show. Dribble, penetrate, kick out, Felker. No, rebound, Stack. And good positioning there, and Stack hits Murray. Nice bounce pass, good recognition, and a great finish there by Wheeler. Wheeler's got 13. Could this be another finish like the one we had last year? Felker gets it out to Talbot. Talbot calling a play, guarded closely, face guarded there by Lynch. Lynch has a little bit more length. Talbot will kick it out. Felker, ball fake, dribble in, and kick it back out. 2-person game here between Felker and Talbot. Losing the handle there. Paquette gets on the ground, and a 35-second shot clock violation. So a great effort there by the Cardinals. Very deliberate offensive set there for the Lady Middies. Not sure what look they were going for there, but it's the game's first shot clock violation as Brody Gannon will come back in. Paquette into the corner. Lynch tried to ball fake and then do a hook bounce pass to the block. Was knocked out of bounds. They're looking for Stack. Stack had 10 in the first half. She'll have to establish herself here. They get the ball in over the top to Paquette. Back out to Wheeler. Kicked out to Stack. She finds 3. Lady Middies surrounding her. Alternate possession will go to the Cardinals. Murray over the top to Paquette. Looking for backdoor. Couldn't get it. She'll drive the hoop and get fouled. We'll see if that goes against Gannon. And it does. And that's her second. Paquette will head to the line. A very quiet crowd here at Dracut. A little surprised by that. Makes me a little nervous, Steve, I got to tell you. Paquette knocks down the first. It's quiet, too quiet. I can give my James Hetfield Metallica rendition again to get everybody fired up. 2 out of 2 for Paquette. Talbot now. Lynch marking her up, trying to force her left. Crossover dribble between the legs. Felker's not shy. Can't get it to go, and looked like a reprint of the play we just saw. As back the other way comes Stack on the rebound. Kick out to Murray. No, everything but in. But Stack cleaning the boards. Finds Paquette underneath. I thought putting it on the floor would be not such a good idea, but she's able to get it to go. 35-31 now, Cards. They've gone on a 7-point run here. Oh, great skip pass to the backside. But again, another rebound for Megan Stack. Oh, Euro step. Gonna get knocked off of, it looked like Gannon's hands. Things are very calm here. The calm before the storm, we'll see. Paquette up and under. Going to say it was on the floor, and that's a bad foul by Brody Gannon. That's her third personal in a very short span of time. So they'll have to be careful with her. And just as I said that, she'll check out, and Kumis will check in. So we'll see how long Gannon stays on the bench. Murray, pretty play, but couldn't get it to go. And it looked like Wheeler had position, but it went off of her. She was surrounded by 3 Lady Middies. Dracut ball. Talbot being pressured there. And it was almost like a double team in the backcourt. She breaks the pressure and will set things back up. She seems very comfortable on the left-hand side, and that's the side they're forcing her to. Murray, quick hands on Kumis. She was able to gather it back. Murphy, bounce pass, Kumis, no. She got her own rebound. Easy set shot for Murphy. She couldn't get it to go. She's on the ground. Coach Witz is wondering where's the call on that one. And that ball goes off of the leg of a Lady Middy. So, through the magic of video editing, I'm sure both of these coaches would like to see that last 30 seconds of play erased from all existence. No can do, the highlight guy, the consummate professional. Back the other way come the Lady Middies. And they are all up in your pocket defense as Paquette goes hard to the hole and gets it to go. She was bothered there by Talbot, but she couldn't. Talbot was had to be careful not to get that foul. Just kept her arms down. Paquette able to finish. And Dracut will call timeout. So a 9-0 Guertin run here after the Lady Middies had taken a 2-point lead in the third quarter. 3:46 to go. 37-31 Bishop Guertin. A nice crowd here tonight at Dracut High School on a Wednesday evening. This is a Bishop Guertin team that's trying to go 5-0 here in state competition and out-of-state competition as they cross the border. They'll have 6 games this year against non-NHI AA teams. This Dracut team is the first of those 6. Good, tough basketball being displayed by both of these teams. And Guertin will fall back and pick up just over the half court. Murray now trying to bother Al-Assad. Al-Assad, crossover, lost the handle, was able to get it back. I thought maybe a double dribble. That one goes off of Muller's hands. 17 seconds on the shot clock here. Daly going to get called for a cheap one as she tried to reach around. That is her second personal. The Middies with 2 team fouls, the Cardinals with 1. That ball goes into the backcourt. Al-Assad. Murphy's not shy, and back iron, no. Offensive rebound. Kick back out to Al-Assad. Goes into the land of the Giants, has to retreat. She'll reset things. Handoff there to Talbot. She's working against Daly. Here comes the double team. All alone in the corner was Murphy. Got to make him pay with that. Offensive rebound for Felker. Tallbrook comes over the top, providing the long arm. It was intended for Murphy. Under the basket play coming from the Lady Middies. Kicked out now. Talbot takes it to the hole. The runner in the lane, no good. But it's going to be Daly again on the personal foul. As we mentioned, they've had 3 Cardinals marking her throughout the course of the night. It was Paquette, then it was Lynch. Now it's Daly. And the foul was called far beyond the 3-point line, it looked like, but Talbot misses the first of 2. Coach Craig looking for an explanation on why she is at the line. Little NBA continuation there. 1 out of 2, friendly rim for Talbot. She has her 5th point. Paquette now. Over to Murray, goes baseline. Good help defense there by Kumas. Stack, bounce pass, and Muller couldn't find the handle to that one. There have been times where the ball movement has been so impressive by this Cardinal team, and then they fumble it around a little bit. And you got a little sandwich down there between Talbot and Al-Assad as Daly marking Talbot all over the floor. Al-Assad into the corner. Talbot got open. No, but another offensive board. The runner in the lane, no, and Paquette gets that rebound. And here comes Paquette. She doesn't have the numbers. Kick out Daly, open look, no. Hustling for the ball, it goes off of Al-Assad. And it's gonna be BG ball. That was a hustle play there. You'll watch that replay on the highlight guy. Murray, got to get it in, finds Paquette. Paquette and the reach in there by Cassidy Sandin. That's her first. And the intensity and the temperature is up in this one. 37-32 Cardinals. Into the backcourt it goes. Paquette lets it bounce, and now she'll bring it in. Dribble penetrate, kicked out to Murray. She'll fire. No, had a good look at it. Nice rebound by Felker. And Paquette, or rather Muller, had her hand on the ball, and a great heads-up play there by Felker as she pivoted. And as Muller kept her hand on the ball, it turned into a bit of a bear hug. So Dracut will get possession. It's going to be Muller's, I believe, her 3rd personal as well. Unofficially, of course. Talbot. Felker. Yahtzee. And Felker's feeling it. She's got her 2nd triple. Euro step up and under, blocking call there. Murray's going to head to the line. It's going to be Felker's 2nd. To go with her 8 points. Liv Murray now at the line. And the free throw woes continue here for the Cardinals. Wheeler will check in and Muller will check out. Meanwhile, Felker will get a break. She has a conversation with Coach Witz. Valuable minutes there for her. The Balcony Muppets are here and live from Dracut. Murray goes 1 out of 2. Kick out, fired from the side, can't get it to go. And I'll tell you right now, if Dracut can get that to go, they've had quite a few open looks on the dribble in kick out. That's going to be Sandown's second personal foul. Murray has to come all the way back from the front court to get the ball. Finds a streaking Brooke Paquette. And she's got 8 here in the third quarter alone, 9 total. So she's providing a spark here. Cardinals enjoying a 5-point lead with 53 seconds to go in the third. And that ball is kicked around and run down and finished on the other end by Murray. Al-Assad now, 37 seconds to go in the third. And another steal by Daly. Goes to the rack, jump stop, no. That one is gonna go off of Wheeler. Dracut ball. Cards will fall back and pick up at half court. 25 seconds to go, shot clock is off. 7-point Cardinal lead. Talbot now working on Daly. Daly, side shuffle step. Forcing her back out around the timeline. Delay, crossover, step back, no. Same play, double team, pull up in the lane. Yes! Houdini does it again. Whoa! So we are going to head to the final 8 minutes here, at least in regulation. Bishop Guertin, a 5-point advantage, 42-37. Exciting back and forth action by both of these teams as BG went on a little run there midway through the third quarter after being down 2. And they'll enjoy a 5-0 advantage going into the fourth. And I say 5-0, a 5-point advantage. What a defensive effort that would be if it was really 5-0. Or a poor shooting night, one or the other. 3 officials working tonight's game here as we get a good close look at Peter Witz and the Lady Middie timeout. He and assistant coach Talbot talking to the Lady Middies, and meanwhile over here, Coach Craik diagramming something on the board. We should have an outstanding finish. This is a Guertin team that will be at Manchester Memorial in a couple of nights' time. So we'll be at Memorial on Friday night here on the highlight guy. Memorial is 4-2. They dropped their last 2 to Goffstown and Salem, but a pretty good team in their own right. Still 7:50 to go here in this one, and Lynch going to get called for a cheap one on the reach around. And I'm sure Coach Craik telling her, move your feet, move your feet, move your feet. Don't worry about those. But that is just Lynch's first personal and the team's 4th. So pretty good discipline here, and the referees have done a nice job as well in letting the ladies play. Stack steals the ball, throws it up, and I don't know how it got through, but it did. Couldn't get it to go. Daly, and they're going to say it was on the floor. Is going to go against Murphy. The senior captain picks up just her first personal. $7:27 to go here. Fourth quarter action. Paquette to Lynch. Unselfish. Working the ball around the perimeter. Skip pass. Daly. Ball fake. Kick out. Back to Lynch. She'll dribble drive. And no foul call there. Good positioning by Murphy. Stack followed it up to force the jump ball. Possession will go to the Cardinals, I believe, as Talbot will head back into the game. She got her one rest, I'm sure. Daly had Lynch to Muller. Handed off to Paquette. Crossover dribble, being harassed there in the corner. Great defense by the Lady Middies. Wheeler steps back, skip pass, Lynch, Daly now, bounce pass. And a 35-second shot clock violation. Of course, this is a Bishop Guertin team that does not play in a state that has a shot clock. It did. There was 25 seconds, and I'm wondering if it went from 25 to 19. I don't know if this counts. I don't know if this counts down. I looked up, Steve, and I saw 25 on the shot clock. I saw 25 on the shot clock. I'm not quite sure. So I'm sure they're not exchanging recipes over there at the table as Dracut will get possession. We'll watch that back on the highlight guy, and you'll probably see. I looked up, Steve. There were 25 seconds now. I don't know how it goes from 25 to blowing the horn. Again, I'm blind, but perfect eyesight from up here, my friend. Just ask me. Talbot. Nice runner in the lane. Couldn't finish. Stack with the rebound. Finds Paquette. Couple of dribbles and hit Lynch right in the breadbasket. She couldn't control it. Maybe her vision was thrown off a little bit by the jump of Al-Assad. So we'll let the play on the floor do the talking. Al-Assad kick out to Talbot, guarded closely there. Talbot double team there. Muller will step back. Launched. Air ball picked up. Back the other way come the Cardinals. Stack doing great work on the boards. Lynch couldn't finish it. It was a 3-on-1. And if you're Guertin, you got to come away with points there. They'll look at that sequence as a potential 5-point shift if there's a 3-point shot made here. So we'll let the girls on the floor play this one out. A lot of $2 opinions here in the stands, Steve. Or is it $3? Different prices in Massachusetts, I think, as Murray heads to the hoop and she gets fouled. And that one is going to go against Gannon, and that is her 4th personal by my count. Yep. Scoreboard has her at 4 as well, as the official book has her at 4 personals. She's got to be careful here. They need her on the floor. Meanwhile, imperative that Murray hits these. Knocks down the first. And she'll take a seat on the bench as Sandown comes back in. I wonder how long Coach can afford to have Gannon on the bench. We'll find out. Murray, 2 out of 2 there. Full court pressure. Handled. Double team there is Talbot. Got the ball over to Felker, but it went off her hands maybe. It was poked away. It maybe sat on her fingertips for just a half a second before it went out of bounds. Yeah, I just watched the replay. That's exactly what it showed. So great job once again by the highlight guy. Oh, Dipsy-doo, up and under, signing autographs. Murray. And a reach-in foul there is aggressive play. That one's going to go against Daly, so she's got 4 personals. Well, you can't take them with you. So pretty sure in the state of Massachusetts you get 5. I know I think in football there's like 17 timeouts a half in football. Back the other way comes Talbot. Of course, that's my little attempt at humor to get the folks back home laughing. Talbot step back, no, great positioning. Firing away with Stack, finds Murray. Oh, pushed underneath. No call. Another missed layup. Wheeler finishes. So it looked like everybody had a chance at that one. It was like a tip drill at the beginning of the game where you make a line and everybody runs and throws it off the backboard and the last person finishes it. I was never allowed to be the last person in that line, Steve, because, you know, if you don't make it, it's like, ugh. Of course, to be fair, I think we won like 7 games my entire 4-year high school career. 48-37, 4:40 to go here in this one. A great high school game unfolding on the campus of Dracut High School. And speaking of great, are you great? Are you looking to play sports in college? If the answer is yes, then let the Highlight Guy help you get noticed and recruited. Steve Cody creates highlight videos, films sporting events, and live streams, all with the goal of helping athletes get noticed by college coaches. With the Highlight Guy, you are the star. Let us help you. Go to thehighlightguy.com or email Steve at thehighlightguy.com to get started. No typos in that announcement, Steve. I didn't have to take the red pen out once. Talbot sprints past Paquette. Double team was waiting for. Kick out. Oh, get out of my kitchen! That one landed at the low Kai. And that's Highlight Guy worthy, I think. And Paquette going to get called, yeah, for a cheap one there as she reaches in. That's going to be her 3rd personal. So as it stands right now, Lady Middies with 7 team fouls. BG with 6. Talbot working against one of her closest friends. Oh, and backwards goes Paquette. Hits the deck. Talbot, left-hand dribble, and sticking her paws in there was Stack. Bounce pass, finds Lynch, off and running, and one opportunity for the Cards. And that's a huge basket for Lynch as she's scored. I have Lynch averaging just around 12.5 points a game here. That's Lynch's first bucket of this one. But providing defensive stops, that has been the call to duty tonight for her as she goes and completes the 3-point play the old-fashioned way. You won't see the defensive pressure in the stat book, but you will see it on the scoring line on the other side of things. A good look there by Felker. She couldn't get it to go, and it looks like the ball will go off. It was either Wheeler or Lynch. I'm not quite sure, but it is a moot point. It is Lady Middy ball. 3:52 to go in this one. 51-37 Guertin advantage. This one's starting to get away from the Lady Middies a little bit until that. And so Talbot, spin move, dipsy-do. And you know, Steve, just as I looked at that scoreboard, I'm like, all right, everybody get out of the way. It's got to be Talbot time. She has a chance to complete the 3-point play. Daly will come in, give Paquette a rest, and we'll see who marks up Talbot. It's either going to be Lynch or Daly. My guess is Daly. And can't get the free throw. Alcazar had a chance at that one. You heard Coach Craig implore his team to get a body on someone. Inbounded. Pressure being applied here. Paquette's on the bench. Baseline. Euro step and in. Pretty move there by Murray. Alcazar hit the deck, getting up slowly. Hope she's okay. She is. Oh, and the runner in the lane. And what a shot by Al-Assad. 3:12 to go. Both teams running back and forth with their hair on fire. Murray now. Crossover behind the back. Left hand. Offensive foul. And that's going to be Liv's, I believe that's her second personal. Coach Craig looking for an explanation. And I tell you, I got to hand it to the referees here today. This is a difficult job, and they're doing a spectacular job. You know, you never want to notice that they're in the game. They're letting these ladies play, and it's a thankless job. They don't do it for the millions of dollars. Trust me, folks. And if you think you could do better, go sign up. Al-Assad to Talbot. Talbot into the corner. Gannon through the key. Pretty bounce pass. No, and Felker had a good look at it. Lynch clears the boards and just tosses it up there. That's a backcourt, but no. She got control of it and then kept running, so she was fine. Pretty bounce pass, pretty finish. 55-41, 14-point Cardinal advantage. And if you look at the girls' faces, they are red, they are running, they are tired, but that's exactly what we've come to expect from both of these teams and both of these programs. 2:20 left in regulation. Guertin with a 14-point advantage. A timeout called here. We'll look to see if Dracut can make one more push at this thing. Of course, all of these games count in Massachusetts, whether it's a holiday tournament or out-of-state game. According to Coach Peter Witz, they count for postseason positioning. Where else would you rather be on a Wednesday night? Dracut High School, home of the Lady Middies, the defending MVC2 Division II champions, Elite 8 finalists from a year ago, against the defending Division I Bishop Guertin Cardinals, a game that went right down to the wire a year ago. Al-Assad now working against Murray with the left-hand dribble. Trying to beat her to the spot, crossover dribble, Al-Assad, kick out. And they get back out on the perimeter pretty quickly. Another steal by Daly, and Murray had the ball knocked away. Stack was there to clean it up, back to Murray, and we're going to get a blocking call. So that one is going to go against Gannon, and if I'm not mistaken, Gannon has just fouled out of the game. So she'll head to the bench. A nice round of applause from the fans on the other side. Gannon had 9 points in the first half and was held scoreless in the second half. But she has definitely made a difference for this Dracut team here. No question about it. Murray, little extra oomph on that one, knocks down the first. She has 7 points in the fourth quarter alone. 11 altogether. Make that 12. Guertin keeping the pressure on, trying to get this Lady Middy team to use all of that 35-second shot clock. Thrown up, no, rebound, Stack, and she's had a monster game on the boards tonight. Pretty pass out there to Murray. She'll set things back up, loses the handle, can't control it, and back the other way comes Al-Assad and the Lady Middies. Al-Assad throws one up, and because Stack was moving her feet ever so slightly, she'll get called for the blocking foul. That is just Megan Stack's first personal foul, and that's a sign of great positioning on the boards. Al-Assad back irons the first. She'll get a second. Knocks down the second. 1 out of 2 for the junior guard. As we mentioned, she runs a lot of the point now to help set up Talbot's shot, coming off of picks and so forth. And no call there. Pretty pass. Daly goes into the land of the Giants, and it's swatted away by Alcazar. Murray, there's 12 seconds, 10 on the shot clock. Kicked out. Wheeler thought about it. Pretty bounce pass and finish. Great pass from Wheeler to Stack. Thrown up, no. Al-Assad goes up, but she gets hacked in the act. Murray will pick up her third personal foul. Al-Assad will head to the line. Back iron, no, will get a second. Want to thank all the folks from Dracut and this area of Massachusetts for watching the highlight guy. Love coming here, love calling games here. Al-Assad goes 0 for 2. Paquette garners the rebound. But all of our friends here in Dracut always love coming to this gym. Know you're going to see a great product on the floor. Coach Wich's group is an outstanding team and a great program. A lot of pride here. Meanwhile, this Cardinal team working well on the perimeter. They are up 17 with 30 seconds to go. The runner in the lane, no, can't get it to go. Stack cleans it up. They'll kick it back out. Al-Assad went for it. A little curly kneel dribble there. And not sure how much if it is just 3 seconds, that would make sense because they'll get the count on the floor. Much ado about nothing as rebound there, all with 13 seconds left in this one. So both of these teams will get a nice round of applause from the fans in the stands as great product here, and Talbot content to just kind of run the clock out on this one. Bishop Guertin going to come out on top 59-42 as you see Talbot and Paquette embracing there in the stands or embracing on the floor, as well as Wheeler. We're going to see if we can't get a chance to talk to Paquette and to Talbot up here for a post-game. You know, these two young ladies really the leaders of their team, and they have been for years. When you talk about Dracut High School, when you talk about Bishop Guertin, you can't start and end the thought without mentioning Brooke Paquette and Ashley Talbot. Both of these teams are outstanding sportsmanship. And we're going to see if we can't get Brooke Paquette and Ashley Talbot to come on up here so we can get a little post-game interview with these two young ladies. I'll tell you, I've had a blast covering them here the last couple of years, especially, Paquette's effort, championship game effort, dropping 32 in the title game against Bedford. Not to be outdone, Ashley Talbot's 39-point effort against Oliver Ames in the Elite Eight last year, just providing all kinds of energy, and here they go. Ladies, I'm going to hand you this. You're not on the same team. You don't have to share the basketball, but you got to share the microphone. Okay. So we'll start with you, Ashley. You're the home team, so we'll start with you. First of all, congratulations on the other night getting that 1,000-point. I was watching at home on the highlight guy, and place went nuts. What did that feel like to score 1,000?
I mean, it was pretty crazy. It was awesome. It was just feeling with everyone. Like, we had a huge fan section.
Yeah.
And that was the most fans I've ever seen in this gym.
Fantastic.
And then we had all the younger kids, and just celebrating with my family was amazing.
That's great, and congratulations on that. And we were just talking about it before you came up here, the 39-point effort against Oliver Ames on the road last year. It was just something to watch. It was a great experience, an Elite Eight opportunity for you. When I look over here at Brooke Paquette, I see a young lady who scored 32 in the state finals against Bedford. What was that like for you a year ago? I didn't really get a chance to talk to you much about that. Looking forward to tonight. Compare the game and that championship game to what your role really is here on this team this year.
Well, I think from the championship game is very similar because we were coming into this game, we lost to them last year, so we had to come in, give it our best effort, put the team first before ourselves, really work together, and I think that's what we did tonight.
Now, let's get to the real reason why the two of you are up here. We know that you're great basketball players. We know that you are important cogs in the wheel for your teams, and your team will go as you bring them. You're both point guards. You both can also run the two as you come off of a lot of screens as well. You both pass the ball extremely well. You both defend. You've both been known to go into the land of the giants to battle for rebounds. But aside from basketball, you have this relationship, the two of you, and I've been told that you two have been friends since the 4th grade. Is that right?
Yeah. Yes, that's right. We've been playing on AAU team since 4th grade, so it's been a long journey. We've stayed together throughout all these years.
So talk to us a little bit about what it's like when you get to face each other on the court as opponents. What's that like, Ashley?
I mean, it's very fun. I mean, I don't get to play play against a lot of my friends, so I feel like it's a bigger battle. Like we both want to win, but it's just fun. Like it's.
And how about for you, Brooke? What's it like playing against your friend here?
Same thing, before and after the game, we always talk to each other. Even during the game, we talk to each other, but it's still that we still have that competitiveness. As in AAU, we've always matched up together because we're the point guards. Even when we're on the same team, we still at practice, we still match up. So
the practices must be great, really intense. Now tell me, you mentioned you talk to each other a little bit on the court here and there. Any trash talking going on, or is it all in good fun?
No trash talk. We were both just talking about how we got Charlie horse. So
I saw that. You got one too? Yep. Okay, wow, it's amazing how that happens. One gets one, the other one gets one. What are the plans? Talk to us a little bit about the plans for next year. Obviously, still a lot of basketball to play here in this season. Both of you have very high expectations for your teams. I know that for a fact as well. You should. But what are the plans for next year for you, Ashley?
Honestly, I just keep working. I know going to college, I'm definitely going to be small, and I'm going to have to definitely work harder than I have, and I think I just have to prove myself at practice so I can show it on the court. Yeah,
I would agree. How about you, Brooke?
Same thing, going to school that moved from D2 to D1 definitely hires the standards a lot with bigger competition. So like Ashley said, prove ourselves in practice and make sure that, we're getting better every day using our time wisely.
Will the two of you get together in the off season and work out with one another in the open gyms and shooting and guarding and so forth?
We've already talked about it. So
how do you live near one another? Is that like a
15 minutes?
About 15 minutes as the crow flies. That's outstanding. How about the goals for your team this year? I know that Ashley, obviously a tough one out here tonight. You guys battled valiantly through the night. You lost a tough game to number 1 seed Andover. Obviously against South, a team that plays with their hair on fire for 32 minutes. What's the goal for your team this year as we get over this Guertin one and head to the next one?
I mean, I just like to make it further than we did last year. I think we definitely have the players we need to get there, and falling short last year in Elite 8 was a little sad, so I would like to make it a little further and hopefully make it to the finals.
Nothing would surprise me. Nothing would surprise me watching you guys out there.
MVC2 again.
MVC2 is a great goal.
Goal, so.
Yeah, awesome. And Brooke, how about you?
Same thing. We want to make it back to the ship. We want to win it, but there's a long process to go before we get there. So we got to focus on the regular season. Then when it comes to playoffs, get to playoffs and hopefully do our best there.
This is a game that we looked forward to covering ever since last year's game. It was a 1-point Dracut win. BG getting the equalizer this year, but regardless of the score, you guys battled for 32 minutes, but you'll be friends for life. Congratulations to both of you, and best of luck to both of you, okay? Ashley Talbot of the Dracut Lady Middies, Brooke Paquette of the Bishop Guertin Cardinals. They are one class act, and they will be leading their teams far into the postseason this season, I'm sure. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
All right. Well, that is going to do it for us here from the campus of Dracut High School. It was a great game. Two great teams. We expected this thing to go down to the wire. Fell a little bit short of that, as this was a Guertin team that was looking to run and gun and avenge that 1-point loss from a year ago, and they do just that. Obviously, a Guertin team that will up their record to 5-0. They will head to Manchester Memorial on Friday night. Well, we'll have that action for you on the highlight guy. As we look at the scoring here for this Cardinal team, Paquette finished with 9 points. Olivia Murray, 12 points. Hannah Lynch had 3. Stack had 12. Daly finished with 5. Wheeler had 17 tonight, and she had a full gas tank tonight, folks. And then Brooke Muller finished with 2 points. On the other side of things for the Lady Middies, Talbot had 9. Gannon finished with 9 before fouling out. Mackenzie Murphy with 5. Al-Assad had 5. 6 points for Alcazar and 8 points for Emma Felker. So this Dracut team will go to 4-3 overall, but I don't think you've heard the last from this Lady Midi team, and we hope to be able to cover them a little bit later in this season. This Bishop Guertin team remains undefeated. They'll take their act on the road again as they head to the Queen City of Manchester to face Memorial Crusaders. Well, for my moving picture guy, the highlight guy, Steve Cody, I want to remind you that it is not the critic who counts, but you can always count on the critic, and we'll see you Friday night from Manchester.